Anakin ever. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Fumbling Through the Galaxy with your host, Severus Snape. Today we're going to be looking at a gentle giant figure of none other than Anakin Skywalker. Now, if you're interested in getting straight to the toy review, by all means, skip ahead. Chapters are at the bottom and enjoy the toy review. For those of you who want to stick around and talk a little bit of Anakin, let's get to it. So, as we know, the Skywalker saga is in fact all that is Star Wars to date. Of course, Disney Plus has given us a lot of television shows that have kind of revolved around that universe and indirectly and directly tie into the saga, but it is clear that, they are trying to move forward from the Skywalker lineage, insofar as the sequels made that clear that they were trying to get away from it, even though J.J. Abrams did everything he could with Rise of Skywalker to somehow keep the name in.
Rey who? Rey Skywalker.
It was clear after The Last Jedi that the IP was moving in a different direction. No issues with that whatsoever. Happy to have experienced as much as we did of the Skywalker saga. Also very happy to say that, listen, if it isn't Skywalker related, it's perfectly okay. Okay, like it's okay. It doesn't destroy the IP. It doesn't make Star Wars any less. You know what? You got to move on and move forward at some point, and it can't always be about those characters that we all grew up with and loved and hold so dear. So one of the characters that we kind of grew up with, but not really if you're from my generation, obviously, is the introduction of Anakin Skywalker in live action in the form not of Vader, but actually the Jedi, which came about in the prequel trilogy. So if you remember, it was not well received. It's fair to say that scenes like this.
I don't like sand. It's coarse. Excuse me. I'm in charge of security here, milady.
Right? Like, I don't know what else to say there. Scenes like that are really literally the reason why it was hated by so many people. And I understand that today, when you go to Star Wars Celebration and you go to these events, there is a lot of retrospective or, late flowers for Hayden and Ewan and everybody that had something to do with that prequel. But the truth is at the time, they were really not well received. As much as I loved the movies and I loved the stories that they told, I'm sorry, but definitely not my favorite version of Anakin by any means. And I'll be honest with you, I'm forever eternally grateful. It's probably the reason why I love Clone Wars 3D and 2D, but 3D so much, because we got to explore Anakin in a much more interesting, much more diverse way, and we saw much more range in the animation than we ever did in live action, certainly in the prequels, and then obviously the sequels. And so, you know what? It's just, to me, the best of Anakin is Clone Wars 3D, without a doubt. I'm talking about scenes like this.
You never would have made it as Obi-Wan's Padawan. But you might make it as mine.
And this. You know what? Best of the best. I'll die on that hill. It is what it is. So, anyways, Anakin Skywalker, the chosen one, the prophecy of the chosen one. Was he really the chosen one? Well, it turns out he kind of was, right? George Lucas has made it pretty clear that he absolutely was the chosen one. I think, Obi-Wan said it best when he said the prophecy never does tell you whether the chosen one is a Jedi. And so restoring balance to the universe maybe necessarily didn't come the way that the Jedi thought it would.
So the prophecy says.
A prophecy that misread could have been.
But it eventually did come in the form of Luke and Leia and his eventual defeat of Palpatine, and Rey's eventual defeat of the Palpatine as well, by extension. So yeah, I mean, in a big way, Anakin did have an integral part of restoring balance to the universe. Anakin Skywalker, Clone Wars, best version by far. That is the figure we're going to look at today. I'm curious though, did you enjoy Anakin in the prequels? Did you enjoy Anakin live action? Did you actually explore Clone Wars 3D, and did you like that version of Anakin more? Let me know. Leave a comment. So today we're going to be looking at the 1/7 scale Gentle Giant mini bust. We've been looking at a few of these. Love, love, love Gentle Giant. Always hit out of the park. This is another great example of capturing the character that we saw in the cartoon show in bust size. And I just absolutely love it. I think, once again, they've absolutely nailed it. So here's the box. Great capture of Anakin from the TV show. And there he is again. Another great capture. And finally, this side. So that's what we're going to be looking at today, is this fantastic 1/7 scale bust of Anakin from Gentle Giant. Can't wait to get to the table, so join me and let's have a look at this bust. Okay, here we are at the table, having a look at the Anakin box. So as always, Gentle Giant really nailing the box art. Looks great, straight from the animated series. Now, unlike the other ones, again here, we actually don't have a biography. I guess it goes without saying that who and what Anakin is, but I would have actually appreciated a bit of a biography here. Would have been actually pretty cool to see their take on it. But let's have a look at the figure. And so here's Anakin out of box. You can see just a really great sculpt and capture of the face, including the scar over the right eye. Great texture in the hair, great texture in the robes, mechanical hand, even down to the saber hilt. Looks great. I mean, Gentle Giant just really, they nail it, right? They nail it every time, every bust, every statue we've looked at, and like none have been a letdown. So this is no exception. So perfect capture of Anakin from the Clone Wars 3D. Again, let me know your thoughts. Who's your favorite version of Anakin? As always, like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you on the next one. May the Force be with you always.